Okay. We Africans in America are not politically astute. There are several reasons for this. One, we don't understand the nuances of power and how to apply it. We vote frivolously without demanding tangibles. We'll vote for one party because we can clearly see the bigotry and racism in the other party, while mostly ignoring the same thing in the party that we remain loyal to. Another reason, we don't study our history from a sociological perspective and apply the lessons that should be learned from that study. We don't apply these lessons accordingly. Okay, and this leaves us, you know, frivolously voting without any gains. See, many other groups, Hispanics, gays, or whatever, they vote as a block, and you always see them making gains and getting something in exchange for their vote. Another thing, we don't put any money, like Dr. Claude Anderson said. We don't put any money into, behind our vote. And let's not say we're not able to. If we were a country, we would be the 10th richest nation in the world. It's just that we spend our money foolishly, and of course we lack any real leadership. Most of our leaders are more than happy to find a comfortable niche within the system of global white supremacy. So we know we can't depend on them. I call the Congressional Black Caucus the Congressional Black Caucus because that's all they do. Their real purpose is just to raise money to remain in office. So they're not doing anything for us. Okay. Now, recently, a friend of mine posted a video of this young lady known by the name of Candace Owens, young black lady. Man, I'm stretching, they call her that. She's a black conservative, for those who don't know, and the Negro peon sellout of the lowest order. I mean, this is one very dangerous, sorry, big wench. That's all I can call her. Because she is, well, in this video, which interestingly, my friend was touting her as, all black women aren't out here twerking. Some of them are actually doing it. Brother. Find out who you're promoting and supporting before you post a video of someone like Candace Owens. Candace Owens she's a liar. She's dishonest. And then just the ideal, that she's a black conservative should tell you more than enough about her. Now, in this video, she's stating that blacks need to leave the Democratic plantation and vote for Republicans. Okay, don't get it mixed. I am by no means excusing the casual bigotry that is prevalent amongst whites in the Democratic Party. Okay, but I would not tell you to be foolish enough to vote for Republicans, because you would be just like those poor whites that vote for Republicans. You'd be a chicken vote for Colonel Sanders. Don't do it. Do not vote against your own economic interests. If you do that, like I said, you're just a chicken voting for Colonel Sanders. Okay. The thing is, when I criticized him about this, of course, you had some white Republicans come to her defense. Big surprise. They love this Negro peon big wench. And I said, big surprise that they would come to her defense. And of course, the argument is always that, Republicans were the ones that freed the slaves. The Democrats started the KKK and this, that, and the other. Once again, that shows how badly we need to study our history so that we can't be fooled by this by this false history, this distorted history that they promote in order to try to convince black people that we should be Republicans. And black conservatives, along with their white counterparts, will actually lie on Dr. King and say, "Oh, well, if he was alive, he would be a Republican. He would, because of their family values and this, that, and get out of here, get out of here." There's no such a thing. That's just a lie. Okay, and like I said, we need to know our history. We need to understand that Republicans, as early as the 1876 compromise, which ended Reconstruction, sold black people out with the quickness, so that they could get their own in the White House. Rutherford B. Hayes was placed in the White House after the 1876 compromise. And what the Republicans did was they pulled all protection out of the South. That, the federal troops pulled all the federal troops out of the South that were protecting the newly freed black citizens. Okay, and this allowed the white Democrats, racist white Democrats in the South, to get control and pass all these, get control politically, of course. Hold on. Get control politically, pass the Jim Crow laws that were in place for 100 years, that basically was just evolved slavery. Okay. Now, like I said, these were white Democrats that did that. But they did it with the backing of who? The Northern white Republicans. So don't get it mixed. Neither party is, is anything more than tools of white supremacy. Don't get it mixed. Don't get it mixed. Now, in modern times, what happened was after, Barry Goldwater in '64, he first tried the Southern Compromise without much success at all. But when Lyndon B. Johnson signed the civil rights bills into law, then, white Democrats left the white Democrats left the Democratic Party in droves and joined the Republican Party. By the time of Nixon, who had perfected the Southern Compromise, the Southern strategy of blaming blacks for, crime, poverty, and everything else. And by the time of Ronald Reagan, who really perfected the Southern strategy, Southern racist whites had joined the Republican Party in droves. Don't get it mixed. And like I said, of course, those whites that, were in support of Candace Owens when I compromised her were itching for a debate. Okay, well, I have no interest in debating these people because, I have no desire to convince them of anything. They are who they are. And like Dr. Clark said, I only debate my equals. All others I teach. I'm Patrice Gibbs. Make sure you join me on the Open Eye. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace.